see if this is working. Great, I think it is. All right, hi Mayfair. Welcome to my home, and thank you for trusting me with your yoga practice today. So today will be a basic slow flow. Make sure you have enough space around you that you can move around safely. Maybe put on some nice, soft, relaxing music. And if you are a beginner, not to worry, I will be moving quite slowly and going over all the different poses so that everyone can join in. If you're more advanced, you're more than welcome to add a little bit of variation to the different poses and postures, totally up to you. That's the great thing about practicing at home. You can do whatever feels right for you in your body, and you can actually, make it your own, totally your own. Let's start in mountain pose. So at the top of your mat, big toes touch, heels slightly apart, arms down by your side. Stand tall, think of your posture. You want the shoulders to be down and relaxed. Shoulders stacked over the hips, and the hips stacked over the knees, knees stacked over the ankles. Close your eyes and start connecting with your breath. Lips are sealed. Breathing in and out the nose. Becoming more aware of the breath movement in your body. Allow the rib cage to expand on the inhales. And let the body relax and release every exhale. Inhale, love. Exhale, judgment. Inhale, confidence. Exhale, self-doubt. Inhale, curiosity. Exhale, expectations. Remember to always listen to your body. Standing, sitting, laying still is always welcome. Blink the eyes open. Have a great practice, everyone. Breathing in, reach up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Reaching up on the inhale again. Lower the arms, interlace fingers behind your back. Pull the knuckles down and let's stay here a few breaths. Feel the chest opening up, collarbones wide. And still connected to that breath movement in your body. One more full breath in. And as you breathe out, bend the knees and come forward. legs, pulling the hands gently overhead, pulling the hands forward. Bend the knees more if available. Belly on your thighs, neck relaxed, head heavy, pulling the hands up and over. One more breath. Release the hands. Sit into your chair pose, reaching the hands forward and up. If this creates any tension in the shoulders, you're welcome to bring the arms more straight ahead. Feel the muscles in the legs, yes. Sit a little lower. Option to stay right here. Option to inhale, pull the hands back, lift your heels up. Balance, just one breath, Squeeze those knees together, heels high, and then back into your chair. And then stand up. Let's repeat one more time. Inhale, reach. Hands to heart. Reaching up. Arms lower down. Interlace hands behind your back. And let's interlace with the opposite thumb on top. Pull the knuckles down, lengthen the arms, open the chest. If you can't interlace the hands behind your back, you could always hold on to a towel or a strap or a belt to allow you to kind of still have the hands connected, opening the chest. Feel grounded. Feel the mat under your feet. Press into the four corners of the feet. Keeping the hands attached, come into that forward flexion again, bending the knees, get the belly to your thighs, pulling the hands up and overhead, feeling a big stretch in the shoulders. Relax your neck, relax your jaw, head heavy. Release hands, coming into chair pose, reaching the hands forward or up, sitting the hips back. Activate the inner thighs. You want to be pulling the knees towards each other. And let's bring the arms back into that airplane position, lifting the heels again, squeeze the knees together. This is optional. Balancing. And then back to your chair pose. And back to standing. Repeating this slightly faster. Inhale, reach. Hands to heart. Reaching up. Lower arms, interlace fingers behind your back. Pull the knuckles down, open the heart, breathing in. And come forward right away. Belly to the thighs, head heavy, pull the hands forward and up. Sit into your chair pose, reaching up. And then hands go back, lift the heels, optional. Back to that chair pose. And let's add on, hands to the floor, step back, left foot. Drop the left knee on the floor, unfold the left toes, and bring the hands to the right thigh. Guide the hips forward and back a few times. And then try and keep the hips forward and down, pressing into that right foot. Feel as if you're trying to drag the right foot back. Reach the arms up. And then open the chest. Open the elbows to the side. Cactus arms. Inhale, love. Exhale judgment. Inhale confidence. Exhale self-doubt. Inhale curiosity. Exhale expectations. Release the hands to frame the front foot. Curl the back toes. We're lifting the back knee off the floor. Coming into a high lunge with our arms back in an airplane position. Again, find that or repeat that same feeling of the front foot pushing down and back. As if you're dragging that front foot back. Extend well the back leg. This is challenging. Feel the muscles. Find energy. Find strength in your inhales. One more inhale. And lower hands to the floor. Let's walk the hands towards the left to rotate into a wide stance forward fold. Now, if you have a hard time touching the floor, try opening the feet wider apart. Be curious. See how wide you can actually bring the feet apart. Explore how low you can come here in that forward fold. Now, if your head is hitting the floor, do the opposite. Bring the feet slightly closer to each other. Pressing in the outer edges of your feet. And just enjoying being upside down a little bit. Where else will you have the opportunity to be upside down today? From here, bring some weight into the hands. Pull the heels inward. Bend the knees and come into a goddess squat. So bending the knees, sitting into it, opening those inner thighs. Let's bring the hands to heart. And now reaching up the hands into star position, breathing in. Sit back into that squat, knees open, breathing out. Let's repeat 2 more times. Breathing in, reach up. Sit and squat. Hands to heart. 1 more time. Breathing in. Sit and squat. Extend the legs. Now rotate on the heel of the left foot and bring the left toes on an angle. Right toes point straight ahead. Setting up your warrior 1. So bend the front knee. Straighten the back leg, pushing in that back heel. Dial the left hip forward, right hip back. You want to bring the hip bones to face forward. Reach the arms up, breathing in, warrior 1. And let's add some eagle arms to this. Left arm underneath, twist tie, palms together, straight in front of your nose. If this is unavailable or uncomfortable, grab opposite shoulders. Keep guiding your left hip forward and trying to bend more the front knee while pulling back that right hip. Pushing off the back foot. Untangle the arms, come into a tree pose. This will be our balancing pose for today. Left foot against the inner calf. Reach the arms up. Open your chest. Little challenge here, bringing the gaze up. If that makes you feel a little uncomfortable, a little bit of fear, you can keep the eyes forward. Press that left foot into the inner calf. Extend the arms long. 1 more breath. knee forward, hands to heart, step down, back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Ooh, that was a long sequence. Let's repeat on the other side. Inhale, reach. Arms down by your side and interlace behind your back with the opposite thumb on top. Pull the knuckles down, open the chest right away, forward fold, bending the knees, belly to the thighs, hands pull up overhead. Chair pose, reach the arms forward, sit lower, inhale. And balance in this chair pose, lifting the heels, pulling the hands back. Lift those heels. And then sit, arms forward again. Hands come down to the mat. Step back your right foot. Drop the right knee on the floor and unfold the toes. Hands come up to the left thigh. Guide the hips forward and back a few times. Keep the hips forward. Feel as if you're trying to drag that left foot back. You also want to press the top of your right foot down into the floor. So where your shoelaces would be, pressing down into the floor. So it takes a little bit of weight off your kneecap. Bring the arms up. Inhale. And exhale, cactus arms. Keep pressing down in the left foot. Keep pressing the top of the right foot down. Lifting the heart. Opening the elbows wide. One more breath. And release. From here, curl the back toes and lift up to a high lunge with your hands reaching back in an airplane position. Stay strong. If needed, you can always place the hands on your left thigh. Nothing wrong with that. Really charge that back leg. Straighten it, lift the heel, bend more the front leg. One more breath. And hands frame your left foot. Walking the hands to the side, right side, and rotating to bring the feet parallel to the ends of your mat. And just hanging out here for a few breaths. Remember, if you have a hard time reaching the floor, open your feet wider apart. You want to try and lift the tail. Imagine your thighs are spiraling inward. And then your bum will lift up a little higher. Bring weight into the hands, engage the core, draw the heels inward, bend the knees, coming up into goddess. Again, here you could come up with your hands on your thighs if needed. And open up. Bring your hands to heart. And then we're extending legs, extending arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit, squat, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sit. One more time, longer arms, stretch it out, exaggerate. And then sit. Extend the legs. Pivot on the right heel to bring the toes on a diagonal. And then the left toes point straight ahead, finding your warrior one. The stance is not quite right, readjust. Scissoring the inner thighs, trying to guide the right hip a little more forward and left hip back. Reach the arms up. And your right arm comes underneath the left. Twist tie, eagle arms. If uncomfortable, just grab opposite shoulders. If available, lift those elbows a little higher. Come into an extension. And then release. Pushing off the back foot, untangle the arms. Tree pose, right foot to the inner calf. Press that foot into the leg. Reach the arms out long. Widen your back. Feel your lats activate. Pull in the abdominals. Breathe. One more breath. Knee forward, step down, hands to heart. Let's repeat this sequence. Inhale, reaching up. Faster than the first time. Interlace fingers. Pull the knuckles down, open the chest. Bend knees, belly to thighs. Forward fold, pull the hands up and overhead. Chair pose, breathe in, reach up. Option to lift the heels here, pull the hands back. Inhale, back to chair. And hands come to the mat. Exhale. Left foot steps back. Low lunge, knee to the mat. Unfold, reach up, breathing in. And open the heart. One more breath. Open the heart more. And release. Curl the back toes, option to help yourself up with hands on the thigh. Lift the knee off the floor, reach the hands back, breathing in. Come on up, breathing in. And let's come right back down. Turn sideways. Parallel your feet. Hang out here, just one breath. And then push into the hands. Draw the heels in. Come to your goddess squat. Sit into it. Bring the hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, creating a nice star shape. Exhale, sit, bend knees, hands to heart. Straighten the legs. We're doing that just one time. Rotate on the back heel and rotate on the front heel, toes forward. Bend the front knee, warrior one. Left arm underneath, eagle arms. Right away, push off the back foot. Tree pose and hands to heart. Knee forward, step down. How did that feel? Let's just pause here. Clear the mind. And again, positive thoughts. Inhaling, self-love. Exhaling, judgment. Inhaling, confidence. Exhaling, self-doubt. Inhaling, curiosity. Exhale, expectations. Other side, breathing in, reach. Hands to heart. Reach up again. Arms lower down and interlace behind your back with the opposite thumb on top. Interlacing in a way that doesn't feel quite natural. Forward flexion, coming over the legs, bending the knees, belly to thigh, head down, pull the hands. And then let go, reach forward, chair pose. Option to stay here or lift the heels, squeeze those knees together, pull the hands back, balance, and back to your chair pose. Breathe in here, sit nice and low, and lower hands to the floor. Right foot steps back, knee on the mat. Low lunge, bring the hands up. You may choose to bring the hands to your left thigh. Elbows open. Let's do one big inhale here. And release, breathing out. Option to push the hands into the left thigh to come up or directly up to this airplane lunge. Knee off the floor, bending the front leg, reaching the hands back. Nice long neck. Reach up, inhale, and then lower hands to the mat. Turn to the side, should be your right side. Parallel the feet. Just one breath here in your straddle forward fold. And then press into the hands to come halfway up. Draw the heels inward, toes point out, bend your knees, and come up to your goddess squat. Hands can come on the thighs first to assist you. Bring the hands to heart. Breathing in, star pose. Reaching the arms out long, straighten the legs, open the heart. Back to your squat. Stay here, extend legs. Turn the right toes a little bit forward to the corner of your room. Left toes to the front end of your mat. Warrior one. Reach up. Right arm underneath left. Grab opposite shoulders or eagle arms. Strong warrior one. Untangle arms. Bring the foot to your inner calf. Reaching up. Tree pose. And knee forward, hands to heart, step down. And this completes our standing flow. Reach the hands up, inhale. Swan dive, arms come out, knees are bent and come forward, leading with your chest. Step back to high plank. If needed, knees come to the floor. Spread out the fingers. Press good into all 10 fingertips, especially index and thumbs. Pull in the belly. Strong in your core. Straighten the arms. Imagine your hands energetically spiraling outward. It will make your arms straighten out a little more. One more breath. And let's push the hips back towards the heels in a child's pose. You can bring the knees a little wider apart and relax forehead to the mat. If your forehead doesn't come to the floor, you may stack the fists, rest forehead on your hands. Just a couple breaths here again, kind of clear the mind. Reconnect with the breath and feeling that breath movement in your body. In a child's pose, it's a great opportunity to bring the breath into the back ribs. From your child's pose, let's come into a tabletop, all fours. Line up the shoulders over the wrists, and you want the knees directly under the hips. Inhaling into cow pose. Tail goes up, belly comes down, gaze comes up. And then cat rounding the back. Repeat this, flowing from one pose to the other. Moving at your own pace. Following the rhythm of your breath. Inhaling cow, tail up, belly down, gaze up. Exhaling cat. Rounding the back, pulling in the belly button, looking towards your navel. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Back to the neutral spine, tabletop. Curl the toes under. Can you float the knees off the floor? A little bit of work here. Let's ignite our core. Pulling in the belly, pulling in the sides, pushing into all 10 fingertips, straightening those arms. Breathe. One more breath. Downward dog. Lift the hips up and back. Push the front part of your mat away. Knees can stay bent. Not everyone will get the heels to the floor. Most of us actually will never get the heels to the floor. And let's come to a high plank. You might need to walk the hands a little bit forward here. It was kind of a short downward dog. So reposition the hands directly under the shoulders. Nice straight legs. Again, you can have the knees on the floor. few Vinyasa flows. Inhale strong here. Your knees can come to the floor. I actually recommend that the first couple Vinyasas that you do modify, bring the knees to the floor and come down to the belly. Easy, gentle Cobra. Lift your chest forward and up. Try and slide the shoulder blades down towards the waist. Release. Push from your hands. Engage your core. Curl toes under and quickly lift the hips back to downward dog. Let's repeat. Inhale, high plank. Push into the fingers. Drop knees, come down to your belly. Exhale. Lift the chest forward and up. Shoulder blades slide down. Release quickly. Push from your hands. Engaging the abdominals. Pulling in that belly button. And right up into downward dog. One more time. You may repeat the same. High plank. Dropping the knees to the mat. Or chaturanga. Push forward and come halfway down. Up dog. You're floating the hips and thighs off the floor. And then down dog. Same thing. Hips high, long arms, knees slightly bent. Come back to your high plank one more time. And everyone drop knees. Come down to the belly. Let's do Cobra here 3 times before we hold it. Lift the heart. Elbows back. Shoulder blades down towards the waist. Relax down as you exhale. This time, think more of pushing the tops of your feet down. Baby toes to the floor. Knees lift off the mat because your legs are super straight. And then you relax back down. This time we hold Cobra. Come on up. Shoulder blades down, feet down, knees up, elbows back. Hold it here strong. Feel the back muscles ignite. Stronger. Keep the back of your neck long. Avoid creating too much wrinkles in the back of the neck. Keep the neck nice and long. An option to come higher, pushing into your hands. You may stop at any time. Higher if available. One more breath. And lower down easy. Extend the arms out to the side. Creating a nice T shape. Let's open the feet a little wider apart. Bend the knees. And just windshield wiper the lower legs side to side. Kind of just pushing the feet to one side and then the other. And back to center. Extend the legs long. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. Push yourself up, going back to a child's pose. Knees wide, sit the hips back, forehead to the mat. And again, just a little break here to reconnect with the breath. Reconnect with the breath movement in your body. Reconnect with those positive thoughts. And on the next breath in, walk the hands back to assist you in coming up upright. Make your way into a seated position. Legs can just swing around towards the front end of your mat. Sitting tall in a seated forward fold. Reach up. Belly comes forward. Chest comes forward. If you feel you kind of get stuck, it's pulling behind your legs, just release the hands down. Keep the chest lifted a little bit. Keep the neck long. Let's focus just on the back of the legs. No need to think about how low you're going or forcing your back to come forward more. Instead, just focus on getting that nice stretch in the back of the legs. You can use the arms to pull yourself gently into it more, grabbing the ankles or the calves and gently pulling yourself down a little more. And release. Bend the knees, bring the soles of your feet together, but keep the feet away from you, creating a nice diamond shape in the legs. Slide your hands under the legs, pardon me, and grab the tops of your feet, relax the head down. Feeling a nice pull, again, in the back of the legs, but not as much in the back of the knee now. Really hitting the belly of the hamstrings in this position. Here too, you can pull yourself into it more by using the arms to guide yourself forward and down more. And then release turtle pose. And now bring the feet closer. Soles of the feet together, open the knees out. I like to, well, because I'm not that open in my hips, my elbows will actually reach my legs, and I like to push with my elbows on my legs to open and stretch the inner thighs. If you're more flexible, your knees might come all the way down. Bring your body forward over the legs more. If you're tighter in your hips, just stay more upright and instead use the elbows to press those knees down and stretch the inner thighs. Release the stretch, pulling the knees up. Scoot forward to make sure you have enough mat behind you. Interlace fingers over the right shin bone and come all the way down into your back. Half when relieving, folding this right leg into the belly. Extend the left leg out. Keep this leg bent. Bring the left hand over the right knee and bring your right arm out to the side. The arm can be straight or bent like a cactus arm. Pull the right knee across to the left side of your mat and guiding the knee with your left hand down towards the floor. Meanwhile, try to keep the right shoulder heavy, guiding the right shoulder down towards the mat. So you feel those opposing energies, right shoulder pulling down to the right and left knee pulling down on the left side here. Head can be straight, eyes look up to the ceiling, or turn the head, and it will increase the stretch using the fascia. Turning the head to look right. Bring your head back to center and release the twist. Bring the leg back up. Lower the foot to the mat and bend the other knee. Readjust the hips, making sure the spine is in alignment again. And let's do the other side. Interlacing fingers over the left shin bone. Let's swap the grip so that the opposite thumb is on top again. and extend the right leg down. Folding the left leg in towards the belly. Keeping the right hand on the left knee. Extend your left arm out and guide this left knee all the way across to the right side of your mat. Again, feel that pull of the shoulder towards the floor and the right knee towards the floor, other side. Looking up to the ceiling or turn the head to look left. Remember to breathe in deeply. It is harder to breathe in when we're twisting. Bring your head back to center, knee back to center. Slowly, foot on the mat, and bend the other leg. Both knees are bent. Realign the hips, center of your mat, and just rest here, allowing your spine to recalibrate. Bring both knees into the chest, cross the ankles, lift head and shoulders up, and grab the heels. And then lower yourself back down, pulling the heels towards you. Try and keep the pelvis heavy in the mat. Getting a bit of a stretch in the glutes with the legs crossed. Hugging the legs in, pulling on your heels. Head and shoulders come up again. Press the belly down. Switch the legs around. Other leg on top. Grab your heels. Get a good grip on the heels. Pull them in towards you. Lower head and shoulders to the floor. Keep the tailbone heavy. Pulling legs in towards you. Lift head and shoulders up, uncross the legs, and lower yourself back down. Time for one last pose, the best one, Shavasana. You may choose to lay down on your mat, legs extended, arms out away from you, palms up. You may choose to bring your legs up the wall if you have a wall nearby. Or you can use your sofa. You have a sofa nearby, placing the legs up on the sofa really feels good. Kind of just draining the legs, reversing the effect of gravity for a few minutes. Close your eyes. Relax. Your breath will naturally be slower and of more quality than it was 45 minutes ago. You don't even need to think about it. I can guarantee you you're breathing a lot easier than you were 45 minutes ago. Try to soften the skin all over the body. Relax all the muscles. Let the bones be heavy. Make sure to relax the facial muscles, your jaw. Let the bottom teeth come apart from the top teeth. Soften the eyelids. Relax your third eye. One more time. Inhale, self-love. Exhale, judgment. Inhale, confidence. Exhale, self-doubt. Inhale, curiosity. Exhale, expectations. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana or in your legs up the wall or legs up on the sofa longer if you have the privilege of the time. If you're ready to end your practice, just slowly making your way to a seated cross-legged position. And let's take one last big breath in together, reaching the arms out, up, and hands to heart as you exhale. Thank you for sharing your energy with us today. Hope you enjoyed this practice. Take care. Thank you, Mayfair, for being there. Namaste.